Outstanding payments to contractors at UDECOTT, Petrotrin's debt portfolio, and the secrecy and impropriety at NGC were highlighted in 3 separate Joint Select Committee inquiries. The JSC Chairman David Small outlined the committee's reports into each state-run entity and gave recommendations. Reporter Melissa Dasrath has more.
A Joint Select Committee report into the administration and operations of the National Gas Company said the continued secrecy about the availability of gas leads to public speculation and misinformation, and recommended that NGC issue press releases of their gas forecast starting March 2017. Other recommendations in the report suggest that the company periodically review its position on the salary freeze, and advised NGC to avoid financially imprudent actions in the payment of dividends, as it impacts on our Carey Chris and Moody's ratings.
Is that NGC paid dividends out of its retained earnings. Now, the dividends that were paid in the particular years, I think it's 2014 and 2015, were paid in years where the dividends paid were multiples of their stated profit. So you had a company making profit and then paying significant multiples of that profit in dividends out of its retained earnings. That is a financially imprudent practice.
In light of falling oil prices, the committee anticipated lower and destabilized revenue streams at Petrotrin, but acknowledged that the company has tremendous value and potential. However, Petrotrin's $13.2 billion total debt portfolio and massive costs and schedule overruns needs to be addressed.
For instance, I think the ultra-low sulfur diesel project, up to when we examined them, the total cost expended was like $3.2 billion TT, and I think the project started off at around $1.3 billion, and it still has work to be completed. That I think the company is trying to get it done, so it may run to close to $4 billion. So there'll probably be 3 times at least the cost, and in terms of time, several years overdue. You have challenges with the contracting mechanism that they engaged in.
The report on the Urban Development Corporation indicated there was a lack of audited financial statements and other documentation, but found consistent delayed payments to contractors with approximately $500 million still outstanding.
UDECOTT provided us with not enough information to really guide them on that. I think the challenges UDECOTT had were internal challenges. They had some human resource challenges, and they had some other systemic problems that they are dealing with trying to overcome. And what you find is that, remember, UDECOTT is dependent on the state for getting money. UDECOTT doesn't necessarily generate huge amounts of money by itself, so that they will always have challenges making payments. It's, you know, you are waiting on payment to be able to make payments to others, so that you will always have a gap.
While the recommendations in these reports cannot be enforced, the reports will go to the respective line ministers, who have a 60-day window to report back to the Parliament on the status of the recommendations. Melissa Dasrath for C News.